Hey everyone. Our next movie will be the 1956 American Civil War drama / western / noir, Great Day in the Morning, starring Virginia Mayo, Robert Stack, and Ruth Roman. Now, while being shot at by a group of Native Americans, Owen Pentecost, as played by Robert Stack, is saved by Anne Mary Elaine, Virginia Mayo, and her two guides, Stephen Kirby, Alex Nichol, and Zeph Masterson, Leo Gordon. Now, Owen accompanies them to Denver, Colorado, where he soon finds himself gambling at the circus tent bar, owned by Jumbo Means, Raymond Burr. However, Owen has a lucky streak going, and with the aid of saloon girl Boston Grant, Ruth Roman, Owen ends up winning the bar itself. Now, amidst the growing tensions between the North and South preceding the upcoming Civil War, Owen finds himself being aligned, whether he likes it or not, with a small group of Southerners in town. Now, since he inherited a bunch of mining claims when he took over the circus tent, Owen tries to offer the people in town a chance to mine some gold, as long as he gets his share. Now, one man tries to hide his gold from him, and a shootout ends up happening, with Owen the only one still standing. Now, Anne sees it happen, and although she is disappointed, she decides to lie about the killing when the Northerners start threatening to hang Owen. Soon, the dead man's son, Gary Lawford, Donald McDonald, arrives in town, and Owen takes him in, even helping teach him how to shoot, much to Anne's dismay. After the news of the surrender of Fort Sumter gets to town, the North and South tensions in town bust wide open, with the Northerners openly going after the Southerners. Now, Owen finds himself trying to figure out what to do here, whether he should help out the other Southerners to get their gold out or try to save his own hide. Now, for me, this turned out to be an interesting movie. I'll admit I hadn't heard of it before and was only slightly familiar with actress Virginia Mayo, mainly from the Bob Hope comedy The Princess and the Pirate, but since Great Day in the Morning was announced and released on Blu-ray, I've also seen her in Out of the Blue as well, and you've seen a review for that, I hope. Still, her presence was enough for me to give this one a try, and boy did I enjoy the movie. The Civil War aspects of this made it an interesting film, especially since, in some ways, neither side was exactly portrayed as being flawless. Obviously, the flaws of most of the Southerners and their way of life are well known and come into play here, with the obvious exception of Southerner Owen Pentecost, who is quite frankly disliked by both sides for his mercenary ways. But we also see the biases of the Northerners too, with the likes of Leo Gordon's Zeph Masterson openly hating anybody from the South, without even considering the possibility that they may not share the alliances of the beliefs of the other Southerners. Then there's Raymond Burr's Jumbo Means, who wants as much to profit from the coming war and take down the local Southerners, especially Owen Pentecost after he takes both Jumbo's bar and gains the affection of Ruth Roman's Boston, even though she openly admitted she doesn't care for Jumbo's advances. The only male Northerner that we feel much sympathy for is Alex Nichol's Stephen Kirby, who is a captain working in the Secret Service to keep the Southern miners from getting their gold back to the Confederacy. But he's the only Northerner not working from hatred or mercenary means. And of course, Owen Pentecost as the film's anti-hero kind of takes some time for the audience to come around to rooting for him, even if things don't go his way, both in this movie and historically, considering the outcome of the American Civil War. Now, as I said, very much a blind buy here, but one I will readily admit I liked and recommend giving a chance. Now, the movie was released originally by RKO Studios, near the end of that studio's lifespan. As a result, the movie never really received its due. For home video in particular, it barely got released on VHS, and never on DVD. And on TV, it had its problems with the poor transfer and incorrect aspect ratios, or at least that's what I've heard anyhow. However, the Warner Archive collection has rectified that problem by doing a 4K scan of the original camera negative, and restoring it for their recent Blu-ray release. Honestly, the film looks fantastic, with a transfer showing off the scenery from the location shooting in Silverton, Colorado. You couldn't even begin to convince me to try watching the older transfers from what I've heard, or just this looks so good. So this recent restoration is certainly the best way I know of to see it on Blu-ray. Now this movie is 1 hour and 32 minutes in length. That should be all I have to say on this one, everybody, so thanks for listening as always, and I hope you'll keep coming back for more.